Let's talk about this deal. It's a pretty good deal. Again, I kind of love properties that are in this zip code because the HCV rents are pretty high in this zip code, right? They're 2,200 for a 3-bedroom, 2,500 for a 4-bedroom. So you're good money right there if you're sitting on that. Now, again, what I like, again, the entry cost in the Philadelphia area or the city, depending on where you're at in the city, is not so high, right? So that's why you have a lot of New Yorkers that are investing in Philadelphia, right? Because they don't have to pay those exorbitant amounts that they're paying in New York, and they just come down the street to Philly. I say down the street. Maybe it's not down the street, but it ain't too far, right? It ain't too far if they're trying to make some money. So we got a lot of New Yorkers here. So this property is actually pretty cool. 3-bed, 1-bath, just over 1,100 square feet, listed just under $160,000. Think we can get it for cheaper or a little bit lower, but even at that price, it's still a great deal. So HCV rents in this area for a 3-bed is $2,200, right? You're gonna put about $32,000 down for your down payment, do your closing costs. After you factor in all the money, whatever, everything, you'll probably be around maybe 40,000 at the most out of pocket. But what you're gonna have is a mortgage payment that's under $1,100, right? You're just under $1,100. Depending on the rate you get, you might even be lower than that. But you're pulling in $2,200 if you can get that HCV tenant, right? So that could be an $1,100 cash flow. Think of what you can do with $1,100 a month. There's a lot you could do with $1,100 a month. Think of it if you even just took that $1,100 and just added it to your mortgage payment, right? You pay that house off in no time, right? So those are some things to think about. If you can get it, you can get it. Now, I like this property because they did a pretty good job with the finish. The curb appeal is tight, man. I never really seen curb appeal like this in Philly like that. So the curb appeal is tight. When people come to see the property, they're definitely going to be interested. They're going to, that curb appeal, like I said, you don't have that in Philly. So when they see that, they're going to be like, oh, wow, greenery. You know what I'm saying? So you have that going for it. You have the central air, central heat. Everything is pretty new. They did a good job with the finishes and the trim and the walls and the paint and the flooring and the bathroom. So everything is good, man. Everything is good, ready to go. And it's really just about negotiating the price. And then once you do that, we get the HCV forms filled out so we can get qualified for the HCV. And then we start shopping it to different tenants. Now, I also like about this property is even if you don't get an HCV tenant, you're probably going to be pulling $1,600 in rent. So, at the end of the day, your cash flow is $500. It's not bad. It's not bad. Think of if you put that money in the bank versus if you put it into this property, your returns you can't even compare those returns. So I think this is a pretty solid one. If you're interested in this one, if it's still on the market, hit me up.